What's up, friends and family? It's your boy Mike.
And your girl Bree.
And we back in this thing to do another trailer reaction. And this is on the new movie based on Harriet Tubman's story. So
hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, I hope so. So we about to get into this thing, man. Let's get it.
There's not much time. You got to be miles away from here, Dawn. Where is she? Follow that North Star. If there are no stars, just follow the river. Listen for them. Fear is your enemy. Whoa, easy now.
I'm gonna be free or die.
I don't know if you know how extraordinary this is, but you have made it 100 miles to freedom all by yourself. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Harriet Tubman. You are welcome here anytime. If I'm free, my family should be too. I made up my mind, I'm going back. You're confident, composed. When trouble comes, you'll be ready.
Papers. Says here you're 5.5 feet tall. You ain't more than 5 feet.
Must have won my high boots that day.
Why you back here? It ain't safe.
I come to get you. Bring all of you to freedom.
Do you know what would happen if you got caught? You got lucky, Harriet.
I made it this far on my own, so don't you tell me what I can't do.
Harriet, welcome to the Underground Railroad. Everybody, everywhere is looking for you.
God don't mean people to own people. Find this thief and burn her at the stake.
Harriet!
I will give every last drop of blood in my veins until this monster called slavery is dead. Ready?
So that looks like it's gonna be good. I wonder where they got the information though to make the movie. You know, they say it's based off a true story, and a lot of people have heard of Harriet Tubman. You know, like you hear about her in school, but I wonder where they got maybe some of the background information from.
Well, I'm probably sure it's history out there that we just wasn't taught, but it's out there in some books. So
Yeah,
who knows? You know, in school they only touch on
certain things. Yeah,
as far really all they talk about was she helped free slaves through
Right.
the Underground Railroad,
Right.
and that's the end of
What
the
you
one
really
little
know about her,
page they
yeah.
gave her in the history book,
Yeah,
which is ridiculous, I think. But I think this movie gonna kind of a lot of insight of what really was going on.
Yeah,
And from the trailer, it looks great. So I hope they do great with this movie. Most
too.
movies like this actually always do turn out
Mhm.
great.
They do.
Me, honestly, I'm usually not a huge fan of movies like this because
You just don't like watching stuff.
I don't. Yeah, when it comes to slavery, I hate seeing people enslaved. Like it hurt my heart to actually see that. So I usually try to stay away from these movies. But I mean, if it's a story to be told and it's a story I should watch, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
So I feel like I hope it's really good, you know. And I don't remember because I know obviously, you know, they were certain. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Like I believe that I've read that Harriet Tubman could have she possibly was taught how to read. So if that was possible, maybe they found something of like like you said, like some type of documentation of her kind of talking about maybe
you saying like a journal,
something right, you know, like something kind of telling a little bit of the story. But I mean, I think it'll be good. I enjoy these movies. Not that I enjoy watching people enslaved. I don't, but I do enjoy feeling like I get a little bit of insight into history because I've always been one of those people that loves history. So I think I feel like I'm excited to see this movie because I'm interested how they're gonna portray it. It kind of gave me a slight 12 Years a Slave kind of feel to it. I don't know why.
A little
but
bit.
It did.
I could see that a little bit.
Not a lot, but like a slight little feel of that like same idea. I guess it's the idea of just her freeing people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he kind of ended up doing himself, is ended up being freed. So I think it's just that same relevancy maybe. But I don't know.
See that, but I can see this being like a very powerful, definitely a powerful movie. Yeah. Just not even, I mean, for women, black people and women, really, definitely women, because black women, because they are very strong people. And I think this movie is really going to show how strong they really are.
And even how much of a part they really played in the processes like that, like in the Underground Railroad, and how they, you know, because she was one of, from what I understand, she was one of the first people to really kind of free herself in that kind of way and to be so integrated into the Underground Railroad, you know. I hope they give a lot of good insight on what the Underground Railroad really, what it was really like, because I don't think a lot of people really understand what that process was necessarily like.
Because if you let the history books in school tell it was a train that,
like that's what you would think, because of the naming of it in Underground Railroad. But you know, from what I've read and things that I've looked into, I mean, you understand that the Underground Railroad was very intricate. They had a lot of things like you know, in the South they eat hush puppies, but a lot of people don't know hush puppies were really made during the Underground Railroad. And they were used to silence the dogs that they would use to chase the slaves. So, I mean, that's why they were called hush puppies. You know, so, I mean, there's a lot of history, you know, that comes from some of the things that are in the South. So I hope it just gives really good insight into what the Underground Railroad was really like, what Harriet Tubman, you know, a lot of things that maybe she did that a lot of people don't know. Because like you said, there is a lot of information out there that is not necessarily taught in books.
No, not taught in our history books we were given in school.
Right, but I'm just saying, you know, like in the books you read, I would say in American education. So,
So I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. Going in it, I'm gonna actually try to go into the movie basically like a blank slate, like I don't know nothing. So it's gonna be like teaching me the history that I didn't learn in school, basically. I mean, I got the basics, of course, but I'm hoping this goes more, like you were saying, more in depth with the history of Harriet Tubman and the whole slaves escaping and the Underground Railroad and things like that. So that's all I got on this. Oh, and Harriet, she's supposed to be on the new $20 bill.
I don't know when that's going to happen.
Who knows if it really is going to happen?
But who knows? They say it may be. I've heard that it's. I heard 2020, and now I've heard a little bit further down the line.
So it might not happen.
So who knows? That would be. I think that would be pretty cool. You know, to have a different icon. You know, on the monetary.
She's definitely an icon.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's pretty amazing. So. But yeah.
It's me, your boy Mike.
And your girl Bree.
Hey, and we out.